It's that time. Here I am. I am just really, really excited about Q&As. The energy that comes up through a Q&A is truly magical, and I really love what that involves and how it shows up. So energy that comes up through a Q&As. There we go. Perfect. Hi. First of all, let's just take a moment to settle into the energy and uh, come into this beautiful state of being, into this beautiful state of space. So feeling your feet on the ground. I'd like you to just take a few breaths, and with each breath, the inhale and the exhale, in whatever way that you do that, honestly, just allow yourself to feel that inhale and feel that exhale, and feel your body settling into the energy of that oxygen and the oxygenation of your molecules in your body. And one more. Beautiful. Feeling the roots of our soul, the roots of our physical being, sinking deep into Mother Earth's dirt, sand, gravel, whatever it is. Just feeling the connection to Mother Earth, sinking deeply into the crystalline layer, then down and through the black obsidian layer, and even deeper into the lava layer. And know that that connection is profound, and there's so much power in being connected all the way down to the core of what Mother Earth is. This beautiful lava, this moving, undulating energy of warmth, of support, of growth, of creative energy. So feeling that very deeply within yourself. Beautiful. Now bringing that beautiful energy up through the roots again, up through the soles of your feet, up through your legs, up through your torso, arms and hands, up through your shoulders, neck and head, and having it go over and feeling that beautiful stretch as it flows over and connects with the divine, with that galactic energy, with the solar energy, with the archangel and ascendant master energy. Asking all who are here, all who've asked questions, all who are watching the replay, past, present, and future, asking them all, every single one of you, to be open, with no expectations, no limitations, being okay with the outcome, being open to accepting, trusting, and believing. Asking the mind, body, and soul, the mind, body, and spirit to do whatever it would like to do, whatever it needs to do in this space to heal. As mentioned, past, present, and future. And knowing that if you have a question, that it's okay to ask it. If you are unsure what question, to listen to the answers of others, to listen to the questions that others have asked. And if there's something that resonates in the energy of the answers, flow with it. Give yourself over to really listening on a very deep, so very, very deep level, at a heart level. And know that listening is easier now than it ever has been. And step into that. And know for that all intensive purposes that I do see the incredible you that's within you. And so it is. Beautiful. I absolutely love how the questions are starting to show up in all different kinds of places. Really, really enjoying that. This is also brought to you by the A Spiritual How To, my book that's up there. Try and get the finger to move in the right direction on the camera, right? Too funny. So this spiritual how-to is literally, it is a how-to, and I have really been following my own advice that I've laid out in that book, my own tools, and I share those tools very willingly with you. I've been sharing on Instagram. I'm at today will be 257 days of the I am love mantra on there, and I'm just really feeling very, very empowered by that. I I use all different kinds of videos and photos that I've personally taken, and I'm finding really interesting soundtracks to go with them as I place on the I Am Love mantra onto that as well. So really enjoying the energy of that. So I'm looking across the feed of my tabs that I have open, and I'm going to start with the very first one that somebody left on the April Q&A event post that comes through Facebook when I create this this event. So Colleen asks, "Is there any messages for me from the angelic realm?" And I love that question. Answered 6 minutes in. Oops, there we go. Okay, so Colleen, I'm just feeling into the energy of, first of all, oh yeah, we've cleared our energy for all that, and I'm just asking if there's any angelic messages. And the first thing that I'm getting is a very prominent angel that's standing very up front here on the right side, looking at you. So as though I am in your body looking out, and this is where the angel is standing. Great big beautiful white wings, this golden vest, this chest golden vest of feathers, believe it or not. But it feels like these are ornate gold feathers, meaning that they're this beautiful, soft, gentle metal, something that would be very easily to bend, but as a whole, they feel very strong, very capable. And I love the energy of that because it feels very much about witnessing of your own heart. And that's this golden shield that you have around your heart, that it's there to protect you, but it's also flexible enough to let in that which serves you. And that's what you're being asked to really recognize is where is love being asked to be let in. Wow. So I'm just tapping into the energy of that just a little bit further. And you can feel how it's going up and under and into your heart space. So acknowledge that and receive that. Be open to receiving that. Accept it into you. Love always finds a way in. I love that. Very, very powerful. Yes, I saw that, Barb. I was just about to mention that, and I actually have so the Q&A, the emails that from the newsletter. There's a post on there, my monthly newsletter, that has the link for the Q&A, and Barb has sent one through there. So I'll go and address that one now, and then I'll come back into the group, the Soulful Empowerment. So Barb's question is, if we are uncertain as to whether we're connecting with our own guides to receive messages, how do we discern if we're connecting with another's guides when doing a reading or channeling for them? Or does it matter whose guides they are if we ask for messages for another's highest and best well-being? Beautiful question. Oh, I wish here, I'm actually I'm going to grab that because nobody else can see that. You can only hear it from me. And I'm actually going to put it into the comments here so everybody can see it. I love that. Just love that. Very, very powerful. So this is Barb's question. So I'm just really, for myself, one of the things that I found when I started to do readings was the desire for the answers to come through to be for the other person, that there would be a very obvious realization, I guess is what wants to come through, when the information was a, you know, wasn't necessarily for me, but it was coming from me versus the energy of where it's directly coming from other guides. Now I say that because I remember there was this incident, this one moment where I was doing a soul reading for this beautiful lady, probably about my age, and her mom was with her, and they were sitting with me in my sacred space in my home here in Hinton, in a different home that I had here in Hinton. And when she asked this question, she the energy that came up was a cowboy. And it was so interesting because me, Sandra Pelly, wanted to go, there's a cowgirl coming in. And I literally, in that moment, I knew that that was my energy, that it was me wanting to say cowgirl versus cowboy. So that was a real big eye opener. If you feel drawn to change the message of what's coming in, that's directly your energy. Okay. And that's a big message that's directly for you, in essence. If you have stepped into a reading and you're doing it for the highest good, for the most benevolent reasons, the greatest good of all, or something along that lines, like you said, another's highest and best well-being are the words that you used. Then if you divulge whatever information's coming through, it really has no bearing on whose guides they are, because you are doing it for the highest good, for the most benevolent reasons. I know for myself that I tend to, when I'm doing these readings, I will lean on certain guides of my own, but they are like gatekeepers. They are ones who bring in the information that are coming from the other people, like yourself. Okay, so they haven't really come in this moment as of yet for either of the people that I've read as of yet, which is beautiful as well. So I understand that this message is two-part, meaning that I know very much it's energy that's coming from my own personal experiences, but that it's also what actually is as well. So you don't need to know that you're connecting with your guide specifically or somebody else's guides that you're doing a reading for the information to come in and be for them, as long as you are doing it, as you mentioned, for the highest and best well-being. Loving that. Loving that. Yeah. And yeah, Robin said she's learning to share what I get regardless of how I feel about it. Exactly. You know, I've had a reading where I did a soul reading where the information came through. The way I personally, Sandra Pelly, interpreted was entirely different from how the person that I gave the reading to interpreted it. And that is so important to understand too, that it's not for us, it's for that person. So however they take it is what's meant to be, whether it resonates with them or not. Just really, really loving the answers, really loving the energy of that. Okay. So I'm just going to write on in here that, what time did I, oops. Answered about, I'm going to say 10 minutes in. Let's go with that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that question. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions over there. There's people must be seeing me on my business page as well. Yeah, so I don't know who it is that's saying hello to me. Hi, Sandra Pelly. Hi. And I'm going to go into the Soulful Empowerment group and get the questions that are there. So Sue, the beautiful Sue asks, oh, jeepers. Bear with me here again. Answered. I'm going to write that first. 14 minutes in. Let me grab that. Okay. I'd love to hear from my guides about what I need to know about myself at this present moment. This is from Sue. I'd love to hear from my guides about what I need to know about myself at this present moment. The first thing that's coming in is just all of this incredible support. Like if you are feeling some feelings of claustrophobia, it is because your guides are literally so close to you right now, really wanting you to know that they're there carrying you. They're literally carrying you. They're supporting you. Like it feels as though your feet are probably about 2 inches off the ground because they're actually carrying you. And it's so interesting because I was talking with a beautiful soul yesterday, and they were talking about how other people have said to them that, oh, I feel so grounded when I'm with you, and yet they feel like they're floating. So this is kind of very similar to that. So what do I need to know about myself at this present moment? So let's dial this into about self, the energy of self. Okay. So within you is this beautiful seedling. And it's so beautiful because I can feel the energy of how you have stepped into choosing to foster this beautiful seedling. That and I love this because it's showing me Groot and the different stages of Groot. And if you know who Groot is this beautiful magical being from one of these space shows, and I cannot remember what the name of it is. Maybe one of you can write in the comments what show Groot's from. I at the end of one of the movies, he had been destroyed, but then a seedling had come from him, and he starts to grow, and he's just a little dude, and that's what the energy of this seedling within you is. It's no longer a seedling. It's starting to be Groot. It's starting to take hold. It's starting to be the grout that's filling the cracks, and that's what you're being asked to know about yourself, is that you have really truly you have stepped into this, and it is by choice that you're holding on to these doubts and things. And the sooner you step into the energy of recognizing Groot and the power of him, he's so fantastic. I have a Groot t-shirt as well. My son actually has Groot in Lego, and oh my gosh, I'm so envious of that. And yes, I give that human emotion to myself. I would love to get the Groot, the Lego Groot. So feel the magic that Groot is. There, you know what? On my LinkedIn, and I'm unsure if you have LinkedIn. There was a person that shared a video that they had created with Groot, and I will see if I can pull that up and share it in the Soulful Empowerment. Because it's so powerful. It just feels so vibrant, so alive. And that's what this seedling is growing. Groot is growing within you, and really wants you to know that there's so much vibrancy and life that's within you, and you're being asked to accept this healing from within, just like you did with your neck. Okay, beautiful. I love that. So very, very powerful. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, it's Dashka. Guardians of the Galaxy. That's it. Yes. Okay, so let me just continue with the Soulful Empowerment group, and then I'll slide into this here, because these guys asked theirs yesterday. So thank you guys for your patience. So Melody, this is answered about 18 minutes in. Hi, I want to ask something. I don't feel like I know what to ask. Roofs, real estate, coaching, speaking. I love this because with roofs, when I was kind of glancing over this as I was setting it up to be ready for this April's Q&A, that roof felt like a really interesting word. I couldn't see the rest of the words at that time, but I felt like this upper limit. I felt like this glass ceiling. And know that whatever you step into in this moment, that there's a bigger purpose behind some of this stuff. Okay, I'm going to use this myself as an example right now. We purchased a van. Some of you may need. This seems to be an ongoing story with me, right? I think there's been many years I've been saying we purchased a van. This is our third van. So we have two vans and another vehicle sitting in our driveway right now. The newest van, my husband actually gutted it the other day, and now we are going to start to put into it what we want. And now this is the van that is the ultimate van. Like, this is a van that I actually put in my vision book in 2019. The reason I'm telling you this is that he put it out there on the weekend that he would like to have this van created so that we can use it in 3 months, within 3 months. That's a pretty big endeavor. It really not only takes into consideration the work, but also the finances for that. So I have this beautiful business. You guys are here. You're experiencing what I do, what I love to do. However, there are some other ways for me to make money, stepping stone ways. I have a janitorial job. And I do this janitorial job not because I do it for the money, but I actually am doing it because I love this gentleman, this elderly gentleman, and he asked me to come back and clean his house. He chose to go without a cleaner for the entire time that I was out of this town. And so when he asked me to come back, I'm doing it for the love of this gentleman and being in service for him. He does pay me, and I'm actually putting that money aside because I want to use that money specifically to do with the publishing of my newest book. So there's one reason for doing some other job, like the roofs, the real estate, etc. Okay. Another thing is that in our province, we have an election coming up. So I have applied twice now for different positions in that election that's at the end of May. So I know too, by taking off this last week, I know that I can take an entire week off of my business and focus on doing something else. So here is a powerful input of money that I know I'm not using for my business, but I'm putting into the van. So recognize, what are these things that you're asking, right? The roofs, the real estate, the coaching, the speaking. I did my in-home healing while I was doing my other jobs back in 2017, 15, 16, 17, in fact, probably for 2003. So recognize the power of each of these. And I think I've given you a really good answer in what I've just said to you by showing you the purpose behind these other ones. It doesn't mean don't do coaching or speaking. It means recognize the power and what you're using the other ones for. Okay? Because as you come up in the coaching and the speaking, you need something to support yourself until you get to that point where you are feeling you have that, I guess you could say, you could call it that passive income that's coming in on a consistent monthly basis, like I do with my membership, right? With the community, empowering the healing within community, empowering the healer within community. I said that correct. That was a lot. Wow. Okay, so now I am going to the next one in the Soulful Empowerment. This is by Joan. So Joan is asking, and I'm just going to put when I answered this. This is being answered at roughly 22 minutes in. Joan is asking, I would like to know if there's anything I need to know about my upcoming trip to the Vermillion Cliffs in Arizona in relation to the book I am writing. I love that. So see, guys, she didn't just leave it as my upcoming trip. She put the location down. She put the, I love the word cliffs is in there. And also too, that it's around the book that she's writing. It's not a book that she's reading or a book that she's seen. It's the book that she's writing. So lots of pieces to this for the guidance to come in that's being really directed. I'm loving the image that I'm getting of the Vermillion Cliffs. First of all, I don't know that I've ever seen the Vermillion Cliffs. I may have, but I'm not positive. So I would love to go look that up myself here soon. But I'm feeling the energy of that word cliffs and the word of the book writing upcoming. So it feels like, it's so beautiful because you live in Sedona. I've been to Sedona. In fact, I was just there in November, and sadly, unawareness, right? Now that I know you're there, the next time I'm there, we will make a point of connecting. I went for this incredible hike, and I literally sat on the cliffs looking out over Sedona and what have you. In fact, I don't think it was Sedona. It was kind of north. I guess it would probably be northwest is what I overlooked. But just sitting there and wrote in my morning pages. There's something very, very powerful about that perspective. So there's something that you're being asked to look at the perspective around what's happening here with the Vermillion Cliffs in relation to the book that you're writing. And I'm not sure if that's because of the perspective or if you're like I know when I talk about perspective, it's like I often use okay, what's my perspective on it? What's your perspective on it? What's a child's perspective on it? What's a teacher's perspective? What's a spouse or partner's perspective on it? So there's something about perspective that's coming in. That's what you're being asked to step into the energy of, is the perspective around this upcoming trip. Okay. And I don't know if it's about the perspective of the upcoming trip, the perspective once you're there of the Vermillion Cliffs, or the book writing. There's so many different levels. Choosing one. We had this conversation the other day. Choose one and step into the energy of that, and then let it unfold from there. Wow. Very, very powerful. Thank you for the questions under the Q&A post, everybody. I really appreciate that. Okay. Thank you, Janice and Mary. Both of you saying the Guardians of the Galaxy. I appreciate that. And then Barb gave all kinds of information in the feed here. She might be over on the Facebook business page watching this because of all the information that's coming through there as well about Groot. I love it. Groot is just so funky. I love him. So Dashka, hello, my dear friend. I'd love to hear a message from my guides about expanding my business and attracting more clients at this time. Now, I don't know if I can. So Dashka's is answered. I'm just going to put that in here. Answered at 26 minutes in. Okay. It's so interesting. There's something about my face of late. I've been doing this a lot. So it's almost like there's some energy about in pondering. I'm pondering. Like I just feel like this is different, this galactic energy. The dude I drew that came through, and I say dude, but I think it's actually a dudette. There's something very, very interesting and magical about the energy of her, and I think that's what's coming in, is this feeling into feel into the power that's within you. Okay, Dashka, so what's happening here? I'd love to hear a message from my guides about expanding my business and attracting more clients at this time. You know, it's really interesting because the things that I'm seeing, like the posts that you're creating, I personally have the impression that you have a brick and mortar business now, or a brick and mortar area that you're going into, per se, that it's not necessarily in your home anymore. But I believe you're probably doing it at work as well. There's something that has been happening to me this year, and I've been shifting out of the energy of wanting money to come in, and I've been shifting into this wanting to serve, because in that serving, my own growth is happening. And I'm not talking about the growth of my business, but my own spiritual growth is happening. Like I really stepped into the energy this year of coming into 2023 with my accelerated spiritual growth happening. And that's what I'm getting a sense of is that you are so gifted. Start to step into the energy of those gifts and how they're serving others. So in my spiritual growth, I'm, bear with me here. I need a drink of water to let this flow through. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. That was interesting. So cold water went in. So all this energy from outside with my spiritual growth, with my choosing accelerated spiritual growth, came in through that water, sunk into the crevices, and then I just had a little air bubble pop up. And that's that expansion where I'm bringing it out and I'm sharing it with you guys, with the community. So that's what you're being asked to do, is to not necessarily keep putting money into your growth and your spiritual growth, but to step into the energy of expanding your spiritual growth and letting what comes through start to come through, like in and out, like this beautiful give and take to come out. And I'm really hoping you're understanding what I'm saying, because like when I started to do the soul readings in November, or not soul readings, soul readings as well, Q&As in November and December of 2022, I had 2 new guides come in, and I leaned into the energy of them to see what they wanted to have come through. And yesterday during the Soulful Power Call, I had a very powerful moment that was really supported and helped by Melody, whose question I just answered to earlier, in recognizing that I no longer need to go and specifically look at these specific guides, or stop and go, how do I want to answer this? Or how does this want to come through? That I'm letting it flow through me now. That's what you're being asked to do, is to step into the energy of that flow. Like really let that flow come through you and out of you as well. Very, very powerful. Wow. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I think. Mayor, thank you for that. Whoever just said that about the birthday reading there. I'm not sure who that is, but Hope, about your book. I love your book. Do I have it right here? I thought I had it handy to share. I do. For anybody who's curious, this is Hope Isabella Lankersdorf Smith's book, Keeping Your Faith Through Socrates' Journey. I absolutely loved this book. If you would like an experience where somebody is very aware of the little signs that are coming in, because I'm always talking about this, read this book, get this book. It is just absolutely incredible. It's published by the Christian Faith, and absolutely incredible book, absolutely incredible. So Hope, if you put it in the comments there, maybe somebody like where they can get it, then at least then you've got some if you put it out, like if you put it on this feed, then people will have access to your book. So what else do you need to know about this book? I very strongly feel your husband's energy with this. And as you know, all of the pets are just very, very strongly. It's so interesting because I feel like your husband is very much standing beside you energetically, right on your right side. And Socrates is literally standing on, like sitting, butt on his feet in front of him. So I'm really loving the energy of that. And all around you are, of course, all these other animals. So what do you need to know about this book? That's what you answered regarding my book. I'm just going to go up and ask for a general reading regarding my book. I believe this is a question, right? Hello, Sunshine. Would love a reading regarding my book. And here's her name, so you guys can go look her up, okay? So. So the guidance that's coming through is actually very, very simple. It's truly just to be open with no expectations, no limitations, and being okay with the outcome. That it will have this trickle effect that goes out to those who are in need of it. Okay, that's what's coming through, is to just step into the energy of feeling it going out to those who need it. Okay, just like why I grabbed it, showed the cover, and mentioned about the the small awarenesses. I talk about that all the time, right? And so too do you with this book. It's those small awarenesses. So that was very magical. Thank you. Okay. I'm not sure what time I answered that, Hope. I'm guessing about 30 minutes in, maybe 32 minutes in. Okay. Someone is asking, I wanted to know if I will be able to buy the house I want by November. Now, I think, it's you, Lav, with the birthday. And Michelle, I thought that might be you with the house. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Okay, just bear with me here. I'm going to put that answered in. 34 minutes in. Okay, so I'm just, it's so interesting when these type of questions come up, because when I was selling my house, man, that house would not sell. Holy Dinah. We put it on the market in 2019, and it just wouldn't sell. And believe me, I was energetically blessing it. I was thanking it. I cleared the energy. I created pathways for people to find it. I wrote about it every morning in my morning pages, like literally pages. I'm so thankful the house is sold and stuff like this. Like I was so committed to that house selling. And then it just would not sell. It wouldn't sell. And when COVID hit in 2020, it was like, holy cow, we need to do something. Like, this is crazy. And so, we had gotten a renter in October of 2019. We had been, on traveling, et cetera, et cetera. So long story short is that I finally had totally given up on selling it. We had taken it off the market and all these things. Like I had totally given up on selling it. And then one day, I was laying around and I got this image, boom, of my real estate agent. And I literally reached out to her and I said, hey, can we put the house on the market? And I think it was within 2 weeks it was sold. So there's something about this divine energy. Like, this is something that you've been craving for so long. Like, I knew it was you before I even went and saw that it was you that was asking about a house, but asking about this change. And I'm not gonna say, that there's a type of energy, like there's something about the energy that you're stepping into this with. And it's like when people are so desperate for a child and they're unable to have a child, and then they go and have a child by other methods, meaning artificial insemination or by adoption, and then suddenly they're pregnant again, afterwards, because that stress has been taken off. So there's something about, they're asking you to let go of this extreme desire and need to own that house. They're asking you just to let it go so that it can come to you. Because right now you're like this. And I understand that. It's taken me how many years to get to this point of where I'm understanding this beautiful give and take instead. Like I was just explaining about to, I don't even know who it was. But it was this beautiful energy of just letting go and letting it come. Okay, so I'm hoping, I'm not sure that that's the answer you're looking for, but that's the answer that's coming in. So thank you for your patience with that. Okay. Oh, thank you. Oh, there you are, Michelle. Now you're showing up on this feed. Okay. Yeah. Lav. Okay, I'm just kind of scrolling back here to see who's coming up where. I want to make sure that I catch everybody. That was the house. Dashka, I answered. Oh, hey, would love a birthday rating. It's this weekend. Happy birthday, Lav. I love that. Let me just go and find the feed here. Where are you? There. I'm having fun with this, you guys. I absolutely love doing readings. I give myself over to them. I truly do. So it's your birthday weekend, and happy birthday. Just seeing if anything else there. Okay. Yeah, your name wasn't showing up there, Lav. So, and it still isn't in the StreamYard feed. Okay, so a birthday reading. I'm feeling all of this. Oh, it's so interesting because I'm just like, I feel like I'm overheating. I could just feel this energy of this big yellowish orange aura all around you, and it's very vibrant, and it's not close. It's like you're sharing this vibrant joy of life energy, and that's the reading that's coming through, is this vibrancy of soul, of self. And yes, hey, while I have you here, I want you on my podcast. We need to make an appointment. We absolutely need to make an appointment to get you on the podcast. Step into your light, step into your life. You have such an incredible gift, and I want to be able to help you share that in the world a little bit more. So there's something very vibrant, and it's so beautiful because I'm getting this image of one of the photos that I recently saw you use as you were offering your services in this latest week here. And it's this golden one, and it's like there's a string. You can see the hand. There's a string, and there's this golden ball, and it's like one of those disco balls, and all the color is this yellowy golden. That's what's being mirrored. It's being mirrored out here. Like you are tapping into this in a way that your guides are no longer gently pushing you. They're like, you've got this figured out. You've got this figured out. And now step into the energy of all that you can be. Choose not to be scared. Choose to step into the excitement of the possibilities is what's coming through. Okay. Wow. Very, very powerful. Powerful message. I love that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, just scrolling through this again. Yeah, I understood that you wanted to buy the house, not sell it. I'm just giving you the example. Then when I let go of my such powerful, extreme need to sell my house, that's when it sold. So when you let go of powerful need to buy this house, there's something really deep within you that is clause. So asking yet that stuff within yourself to truly let go of this and step into the energy of being open with no expectations, no limitations, and being okay with the outcome. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Okay, let's see if there was anything else. Thank you, guys. I guess that was it. Mary and Janice, neither of you guys asked a question. That's all right if you have no questions. I'm going to go back to this feed, see if there's anything here. No, there isn't. Shutting that down. A few more comments. Just going to make sure there's nothing else here. Oh, Janice, there you are. Yay. Good thing I went and checked. Okay, so Janice asked a question at 42 minutes. It's being answered. Oops. I am curious as to why rabbits keep coming for me. You know what? It's so fascinating that you say that without me even reading the rest of the question. A beautiful soul that I absolutely adore. His wife is this incredible artist, and I have one of her artwork up here. She has literally just for the next month, I believe it's the 14th to the 14th, for the next month, April to May, she is honoring the year of the rabbit. This is the Chinese New Year, year of the rabbit. So that might be part of the answer there. But she has rabbits in some of her artwork. So there is something powerful about rabbit energy coming up. Oh, and you just wrote that. I know it is the year of the rabbit, but rabbit was coming in before the Chinese New Year started. I looked up the meaning of rabbit and much made sense. However, rabbit keeps coming in, so I'm thinking there is a deeper message. That's so beautiful because, as you know, there's always deeper messages. Let me just see. It's so interesting because I'm getting the image of who is this? Alice in Wonderland and the rabbit. That's too comical. And in the energy of this, it's the coming out of the hole, the stepping up and coming out of the hole, and what's energetically happening for you is that you are coming up into the light, and and I can hear the it's not a rabbit, I think it's a Cheshire cat that has the watch about being late, hurry up, I'm late for my date. Oh no, that's a rabbit that's coming through. That's right too. You know what, and this is so interesting because it's because we are human, we think there is a time that we need to be doing something by. So this also goes back to that house too, right, for Michelle. And when we let go of the human concept of time and step into the energy of just being and doing, it's going to be that flow of letting go of that hectic rabbit. I'm late for a very important date. That you're already there. Okay, that was an interesting question and reading. Let me just see where that is here. How rabbits keep coming up. Yeah, I believe that's the energy of what's there. Okay, beautiful. I think that's everybody's. Good. Okay. I know I could look. Yeah, I think that is everybody's. Thank you, guys. That was fun. Like I said before, if anything resonates with anyone in here, to step into the energy of it. That answer's there for you as well. Okay. Let me just see if there's anything else that wants to come in for the group. We did Heaven's Cross on March 22nd, and was that we've ripped off the Band-Aid, we've ripped off the shell, we've ripped off that sense of we need to make this difficult. We don't. We are there. Accept that we're there. Accept that you are there, and step into the energy of having that. Okay, that's what wants to come through for all of you. I guess that's everything. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you being here. Have a magical rest of the day.